Ladies and gentlemen, KageKaze here again with Heroes of the Storm, and what I'm planning to do here is kind of record my experiences as I play through the game for the first time. It's kind of gets that raw first impressions deal, and I think a lot of people have kind of liked that when they come here, so I'm going to continue to try and do that for you guys. I have done it with Diablo, I've done it with Neverwinter, I've done it with a lot of games, honestly, and a lot of people kind of like to see that moment where I sit there, I kind of analyze things, sometimes get that epiphany moment on how things work. It seems to be something people resonate with. So here it is, Heroes of the Storm. I'm continuing right on from the tutorial. I only have the very first thing unlocked, quests. My first quest is to play a practice match. I don't even have daily quests yet. Playing a practice match should unlock cooperative mode, not versus. Because you have to play a little bit in co-op before you can move on to versus. A lot of games are doing this lately, I've noticed. Smite didn't do it at first, but before they released, they added it in the beta and then eventually made it so you had to play so many matches before moving on. And I think of some other games have been starting to do that as well. So we'll look into this. We're going to go ahead and go into play. All I have is practice to play with AI. And I have to download. Okay, what am I downloading? Well, this is alpha, after all. So there's no telling. Alright, here we go. So one interesting thing about this is that there's two things that I really like about this. And something, and one of these things is what I wish Smite would do is having a random button. Smite doesn't exactly like to do that because of their whole meta scene and all that. But I think it would be nice if even in Smite you could say, I want to play this type of role, like assassin, ADC carry, support, but give me one of those at random. It would be really nice, because I have so many heroes, sometimes I just want to play at random. It looks like for this it's going to assign me Raynor. Do I have a choice? No, I can't. It just for some reason picked Raynor, even though I can't be Raynor. Even though you play Raynor in the tutorial, you would think that they would give you the same character in the tutorial to play in your first practice match, but apparently not. Of course, again, alpha. We'll see how this goes. But what I do like about this, aside from just the random, is that you pick your character before you pick a match. So I can pick whatever hero I want to play, and then it will match me into a game that will let me play that hero. I mean, that's really nice. When it comes to a game like Smite, I have to get the match, then I have to hope that I get the role I want, then maybe get the god I want, and then everybody gets, you know, hostile if you don't pick the role that they think you should. It's a terrible mess. I like this. Also, apparently, I can invite people from my friends list. Of course, this is a practice match, so I'm not sure if it may still let me. It's not going to match me with randoms, though, because it is going to be a purely bot match. Bot allies and bot enemies. So, what have we got? We've got the rotation is currently Barbarian from Diablo 3, Demon Hunter from Diablo 3, Illidan from Warcraft, Malfurion from Warcraft, and Sergeant Hammer from StarCraft 2. So a good mix from different franchises here. Let's see what we have. We've got a melee warrior, direct fighter, uses fury instead of mana, leeches life from enemies by attacking and using abilities. So that's interesting. I'm not sure if I've seen this happen in these other games. So you have a resource change with the use of this character. That's kind of neat. They say it's a medium difficulty. Demon Hunter is a ranged assassin, strikes the enemy from afar, gains hatred, increasing her attack speed, can vault away if enemies get too close. Difficulty considered easy. Illidan is a melee assassin, so we have melee warrior, so that makes her a tank. So ranged and melee assassins here. Marks targets by using his abilities. Attacks against marked targets reduce cooldowns. Moves quickly to pursue his foes. He is considered very hard. Ooh. Alright, ranged support on Malfurion. Heals allies, restores their mana, able to reveal and root groups of enemies from a distance, considered to be easy. And then we have Sergeant Hammer, which is a ranged specialist. Sieges up, gains increased range, adding splash damage and dealing more damage to distance targets. He is considered hard. Well, I kind of want to play a little bit with Sergeant Hammer because I kind of like the idea of him being support and being a specialist, having a very unique gameplay style. Who should I... let's see. Maybe I should pick something easy. I do a lot of Diablo. Let's do the Demon Hunter. Let's just kind of do the full circle here. We'll pick an easy character, see what they consider to be easy, and Demon Hunter works. I have played Barbarians and I've played Demon Hunters and Diablo, so we'll do that. We'll go ahead and be Vala. Can you pick skins or anything? No. All right, let's just go ahead and hit the ready button.
I stand ready.
All right, and so now we just wait. Dragon Shire. Control the shrines. There are 2 shrines your team needs to control to activate the Dragon Knight statue. Free the Dragon Knight while activated. Bring a hero to the statue to free him from his prison. Devastate enemy forts. Use the dragon's immense power to level enemy forts. Okay. So that is the method for this game. So every game has its own objective. In this case, you control the shrines, get the 2 shrines, you activate those shrines, and you get the Dragon Knight statue, which then gives you a massive buff to take the enemy out. Alright. Excellent.
Choose a talent.
Alright, so starting off, we have 2 talents, so I can get to pick my gameplay right away. Path of the Assassin gains 2 extra attack for every level gained, so I know Raynor had that, so that's a standard Assassin talent. I have Rancor as well, trait increases enraged duration. That's kind of nice. Let's just go with the standard, I think. We're going to go with the gain damage with every level. I got Elite Tauren, Chieftain, Kerrigan, and Uther. And who else? Ooh, Diablo! Kill him! Kill him! Demon Hunter! Alright. I will be going top, I think.
10 seconds.
So what have we got? So you start off with all of your abilities, which is another interesting thing. Usually you have to level up to get your abilities. Hungering Arrow. Oh, really? Skill shot, 14 seconds. 81 damage to first target at contact. Seeks up to 2 additional enemies, dealing 40 damage. Can hit an enemy multiple times. So it does kind of have its standard mechanic that exists in D3. Multi-shot, 60 mana. It's a cone. 8-second cooldown, 75 damage to enemies within the target area. Oh wait, Diablo's coming this way too. I better go with another area. They'll want 3 in the upper lane.
My hunt continues.
Glad I'm on a mount. Let's go south and help Uther. Uther! Oh jeez, don't die on me. Looks like I have E for Volt, 75 mana, 10-second cooldown, dashes to an area. Okay, cool.
My hunt continues.
Alright, let's go in there. Fire the arrow. Let's go ahead and get multi-shot going. Okay, I don't have to worry about last hitting, so I'm not going to do that. Let's see how the Volt works. If I just hit E... Okay, I have to tell it which direction I want to go. Let's try and get Malfurion out of there. Let's hit both of them. No, Malfurion got out of the way, it looks like. Alright, so I've got 3 abilities, and it looks like one talent. Hatred, combat trait. Basic attacks gain 1 stack of hatred. At 8 stacks of hatred, you become enraged. So I can see in the lower left, I have 3 stacks, 4, 5. Let's kill Malfurion. Or not Malfurion. Whoever that was. Yeah. Let's go. Head him off at the pass. Oh, that was a bad idea.
Choose a talent.
I thought I could kill him. I did. So what is this hatred? At 8 stacks, you become enraged. You gain 25% attack damage and 50% attack speed for 5 seconds. That's pretty cool. Alright. So I failed. We killed one, didn't kill the other. Both teams are kind of even. Our team is slightly in the lead. What do we have? Vampiric Assault. Basic attacks heal you for 15% damage done. That's kind of nice. I could use that for sustain. What else? Manticore. Attacks against the same target deal more damage. So every 3rd basic attack against the same target is 50% additional damage. That's kind of cool, but I've been spreading myself out a bit. Let's do Vampiric.
An enemy has been slain.
Alright. Let's get both of them. Malfurion, hit him with that. Hungering Arrow. He's trying to get away. There we go. Hit the creep line. It's okay, Muradin. Not a big deal. Enemy, as you can kind of see, the enemy AI is not entirely bright. Oh, kind of get away there. Alright, so the idea is to get these statues.
An enemy has has been slain.
Excellent.
Choose a talent.
But it looks like it's not active yet. Control both shrines. Oh, that's the statue. Okay. I have to have both shrines. Muradin, what are you doing here?
Enemy slain.
Oh, hello.
A pity. I was beginning to enjoy myself.
We control both shrines. Excellent. So let's mount up.
A talent.
You can see we have both. Okay, so at the top you can kind of see each shrine. And the Dragon Knight statue was active, but it's not active anymore. They took one of the shrines away. I'm going to try and help out up here. Now, you do have a line of sight here that occurs behind these bushes. I can kind of sneak up. They can't see me here unless I go through. What's this? Level 8 solo. Defeat to gain the mercenaries. What are we? We are level 8. What do I have? A new talent. Battle momentum. Basic attacks reduce your ability cooldowns by half a second. That's nice. Arsenal. Launch grenades with your arrows. Multi-shot also launches 3 grenades, each dealing 102. Oh, that's cool. I gotta try Arsenal. So I now have one of my runes. Nice. Let's push Muradin back, shall we? Uh-oh, Malfurion.
Enemy slain.
I got you, Uther. I got you back.
An enemy has been slain. Choose a talent. Enemy slain.
Okay, so the shrine... Okay, we have both shrines. Oh, I have my ultimates. Might not need them, though.
As you wish.
Dragon Knight's power. Oh, here it comes. Alright, so Q, Flame Breath, Cone. Breathes fire towards the target area, burning enemies for 189, leaves a path of fire on the ground. Very nice. W is Savage Charge. After a short delay, charge a target to knock them back. Very nice. What is R? Leave the dragon. This dragon is just immensely powerful. You can see there's a timer underneath it. It's about halfway done. The dragon is basically a game changer. You get the dragon and their enemy team is just... They basically have to wait him out. I've got 15 seconds left. What is this? Damage dealt to structures is doubled. Damage taken from structures is halved. Explodes on death, dealing 230 damage, knocking nearby enemies back. Oh! Oh! That was pretty cool.
An enemy has been slain.
That is nice. Alright, so what is my heroic ability? Strafe. 45 seconds. Rapidly attack nearby enemies for 68 damage per hit, prioritizing heroes over minions. Able to move and use revolt ability while strafing. Nice. Rain of Vengeance. Launches 2 waves that deal 399 damage. Enemies' hits are stunned for half a second. I like that. Let's do the stun. I like that one because Rain of Arrows is one of the abilities I tend to use. Alright, let's get back in here. What do you think you're doing, Muradin? I don't think so. Alright, Giant Killer empowers your basic attacks. Basic attacks against enemy heroes deal an additional 1.5% of the target's max health and damage. Oh, that's nice. That reminds me of kind of Quinn's blades from Smite. Spell Shield, periodically reduce incoming abilities. Oh, damage from incoming abilities, I bet. Yes, the damage received from any hero abilities by 50%. Stores up to 2 charges. Let's do the Giant Killer. I like that. That makes you a real assassin. You can start dealing damage to a bunch of enemies. Alright, let's do... I'm going to do Rain of Arrows here on Raynor. Oh, wow. That hit him hard. Now, Rain of Vengeance there, it wasn't the rune I was expecting. That is one of the runes that you get in D3. The one that typically does knockback. It looks like abilities can be used on towers. That's something I like to see because it is something that Smite did not do. Smite made it so that towers did not take damage from your special abilities. Alright, Uther. Not sure if we can fire through there, but we're just powering here through the lower lane. The middle lane has basically been decimated because of the Dragon Knight statue. Now, it looks like the timer just ended. Yep, the shrines are back up. Get basic attacks on Uther. Uther is about to die, and I do have the talent to really take him out. Hit a group of enemies. Alright, hit Malfurion. Uh-oh. Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. Oh, wow. Not bad. Not bad. I got up to 15. Demon Hunter's pretty cool. Definitely is very reminiscent of the Diablo 3 version. I mean, a lot of these abilities come right out of it. Activate and work in many ways like they do in D3. I mean, Hungering Arrow has its basic mechanics, Multi-Shot has its basic mechanics, but also the Rune giving it the grenades, which also happens. Actually, I believe it's rockets in D3, now that I'm thinking about it. But either way. New talent, Executioner. Basic attacks deal 50% more damage against slowed, rooted, or stunned targets. And then there's Tumble. Volt gains an additional charge, allowing it to be cast twice in quick succession. I think I like that, actually, being able to get out real quickly. Even though this is pretty nice. Slowed, rooted, or stunned. I don't really have a slow, root, or stun on my own abilities, but if any allies were to have that, that would be really nice on Executioner. If I were really wanting to go for pure Assassin, really hit them out of there, I'd probably want to go with that. Dealing with bots, I'm probably just going to go ahead and get Tumble. Allow myself to get more of an escape. Okay, let's try and get Uther here. There we go. Muradin's kind of low.
Triple kill.
Alright. Oh, nice. Get in there with multi-shot.
Double kill. Team kill. Killing spree.
Brilliant.
Killer shredding, baby.
Oh, okay. Apparently V puts down a marker. G is supposed to be the marker. So is V just a hotkey? Okay, which marker is that? That's purple. Let's find out which one that is. So V is retreat. Okay. So I've got a quick retreat button in V. That's nice to know. Oh, ow. Uther! No, you don't. Hungering Arrow got him. Let's do multi-shot to take out Raynor and hopefully hit Malfurion. Oh, get away. Apparently he put a wall up between me and that tower, keeping me locked in.
Double kill.
Didn't know he could do that. That's going to be a big thing. Learning what the enemies can do, knowing what their basic mechanics are. Okay, so now I'm enraged. I stay enraged for a bit longer. Oh, get away from Muradin. Ow, that was a stun. Okay, looks like I've got my ultimate back. Let's hit Raynor with it. Hungering Arrow. No, you don't. Not with that healing, you don't. Alright. So it looks like there's a little bit of a delay between the two abilities when I vault. Let's see if I can't hit him. There we go. Sergeant Hammer going down. Malfurion about to go down.
Double kill. Rampage.
Ah, no, the stun. Get out of there.
Let none survive.
Oh, regeneration globe. We've only got one of the Dragon Knight shrines. We should really... The enemy team is pretty much confined to their base. We could very easily take any of the other... Back, Uther. Hit him hard, hit him hard.
Enemy slain.
The path leads this way.
Well, I'm starting to run low on mana because I've been in the lane for so long. It's not really a big deal because we're pushing really hard right now.
Triple kill. Untouchable.
Choose a talent.
Ooh, Fury of the Storm. Basic attacks bounce twice to nearby enemies. That's cool. Bolt of the Storm. Activate to teleport to the target location. Well, that's kind of neat. I kind of like the basic attacks chain for being an assassin, though. And that's what I got at 20. So cool, I've got my victory and my first practice match. Let's take a look at the victory screen, like at the, see if there's a match roundup here. Quest complete, play a practice match, XP, okay, there we go. Level 2. Yep. Cooperative mode unlocked. Cooperative mode where you can match up with other players to fight against the AI. Excellent. Well, apparently it was enough experience to get me to level 3. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I figured it was going to make me play cooperative mode before it made me play versus mode. Now, again, this could just be something that they've temporarily done. I mean, look at the experience I'm getting here. Oh, it's from the bonuses in the match. I guess I did so well in the match that they gave me a bunch more experience. So, XP. So here we can see that I do have a new quest to play a cooperative game. So it was probably intended that I do that. But it just so happened that apparently I did well enough. I got 32 takedowns. I did die twice. I played the mechanic. You know, and that's what I like about this breakdown screen. It isn't about... I mean, you do have your kills and your deaths, so you have a KDR. So you have takedowns and deaths. But the mechanics thing on here is one of the most important parts. Because the mechanics is how you win the game. So you can see who... Even though if someone did not get a lot of kills... Like you can see solo kills, so it lets you know that this person killed someone by themselves. They went one-on-one against another enemy. That's pretty cool. It's nice to know that they had that skill. I mean, it's nice to know that they had a lot of kills. But you also want to know who played the field, who played the mechanic the way they should have. I mean, you can sit there and go in 0-10 or whatever, and have all the mechanics and for your team. And so even though it looks like you did terrible, you actually won the game for your team because you were the one playing the mechanic. It can work that way. So nice to see this kind of a breakdown screen for that. Now we can see that the discrepancy on our team was 15 to 20. It snowballed pretty hard. I mean, the AI is really not that smart. And you can see, honestly, the only one on my team that died was Kerrigan, other than me dying twice because I got overzealous. Well, that's pretty neat. Alright, so let's go ahead and leave this. We can see it unlocks both. I'm going to be doing a cooperative match next, probably. But that was kind of cool. What I want to do is I'll do it in the practice. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the heroes. And I'm going to... let's see. Can I put in Diablo? I can. Wow, I can type in Diablo and it goes by franchise. Cool. So let's look at the Demon Hunter. I want to look at the talents that I had. So unlike Raynor, who had 4 at every level, she only has 3 at the first level, so she doesn't have Bribe like Raynor had. But she does have the standard Path of the Assassin and the Rancor here. It looks like she also gets Punishment. Ability to cast also a Stack of Hatred. Oh, ability cast also gain Hatred. So not only do attacks, but using an ability gives you that. That's kind of cool. I can see that being advanced. I kind of want to see what else I would get, because some of these are specific, some are not. Like some of these, like Path of the Assassin, I know Raynor got. Rancor she gets, because that fits with her mechanic. Duration of Enraged by 2 seconds actually can be quite nice. Punishment, ability cast also grants Stack of Hatred. So what's this? Vampiric Assault, we saw that. Manticore, 3rd basic attack, same target, feel 50% additional damage. We also have Siphoning Arrow. 25% of damage dealt is returned as health to the Demon Hunter. So that is a modification of Hungering Arrow.
My hunt must continue.
That's pretty cool. And we also had Puncturing Arrow. Increases the number of bounces to 3 and range by 2. So we can see that once I get level 8, I've got 2 abilities that will modify one of my active abilities. So I can get a passive like these, or change the way my ability works. Down here we have Battle Momentum, basic attacks, reduce the ability cooldowns, we saw that, Arsenal, but we also get Caltrops, so that's an ability that goes with Vault. While vaulting, you drop 3 Caltrops that slow the enemy by 20% for 2 seconds, and they deal 25 damage. So that's pretty nice a way to get away and also slow the enemy for your team. You could also combine that with the slow on that, since there was, what was it? Executioner here, basic attacks, deal more damage against slow, rooted, or stunned. You could combine that with Caltrops, so you could kind of make a build with your talents to make that work. Also have Searing attacks, activate to increase basic attack damage by 50% for 5 seconds. Attacks cost mana per hit. So it's kind of a self-buff that requires mana every time you attack. We had Giant Killer and Spell Shield, we saw those. Frost Shot on multi-shot, which slows the enemy. So again, that could work with Executioner if you wanted to go that route. We also have Retreating Arrow, which casting Vault refreshes the cooldown of Hungering Arrow, which would be kind of cool. So you could actually do Caltrops on your Vault, so you vault away, slow the enemy, refreshes the cooldown on your Hungering Arrow. Maybe your Hungering Arrow has Puncturing, which goes to 3 bounces instead of 2. So you could completely buff one ability to insane levels if that's really what you wanted to do. So there is some building here, and I like the fact that it is done very much on a very talent-specific level. Instead of items, like all the items in all of the MOBA style games I've seen, they have very specific purposes towards damages, things like in Smite with one of the spell books where basically you would attack. Anytime you would use an ability, it would add your spell damage to your next attack. So mages had a way of doing a lot of damage on their basic attacks and things like that. I mean, those were all cool and very interesting specific mechanics, but they were ability mechanics that everybody got. And here it looks like these talents will be very specific to the Demon Hunter and only the Demon Hunter. I mean, who else is going to be vaulting around and playing with her scarf as she twirls around? Look at that. Alright, so let's look at the last few abilities she has. Let's see. We also have Blood for Blood. Activate to steal 15% of the target enemy's maximum health and slow its movement speed, so yet another slow. Of course, this is on the same tier as Executioner. I could go a completely slow build if I want. If I want my Demon Hunter to be constantly slowing the enemy, I could do that. 15% of their max health pool. That's pretty massive, actually, too. Stone Skin. Activate to gain 30% of your maximum health in shields for 5 seconds. Not bad. And then this was the level 20 talent that we got. Basic attacks can bounce twice for half damage on the subsequent bounces. And of course, Bolt of the Storm to activate to teleport to a target location. That is pretty massive, especially for an assassin character, where if you want to go to another lane really quickly to help the enemy or help your team and initiate a gank or something like that. Of course, this is the level 20 talent, so this is towards the end game, but that still can be pretty massive. It's usually when a lot of your team fights are going to happen, but you never know when you're going to need that ability to kind of move around the field, especially with the objectives and the gameplay the way it is. Her final tier abilities are Trigger Happy. Strafe does 25% more damage and grants 25% increased movement speed. So obviously that would be a talent you don't want to get if you're getting Reign of Vengeance. Obviously. I can see why that's locked, because someone could accidentally pick that, not knowing. And then there's Storm of Vengeance. Reign of Vengeance now strikes 4 times. So you have 2 abilities here that will modify the ultimates that you get. So when everything's locked, you just get the generic abilities. When it's unlocked, you can modify one of your ultimates if you want to. I think that's pretty cool. Let's compare this to Raynor, honestly. I want to see what him, because I didn't really look at him too much, the final talents that he got. So Path of the Assassin, just the same thing. Only he gets Demolitionist. Basic attacks against enemy structures destroy the ammo. So he's more designed... They're both assassins. They're both ranged assassins. But he is more designed to go against enemy structures. He can heal himself more often with Adrenaline Rush. And of course he does have Bribe. He can gain more range and vision radius. He can also, every 5 seconds, next basic attack does 50% additional damage. So he has the ability to wait 5 seconds, or every 5 seconds hit someone really hard. He does get the Vampiric Assault, which the Demon Hunter gets as a base mechanic before level 8. So she gets that straight away, but Raynor has to unlock it. Quick Fingers doubles the cooldown reduction of lead from the front, which is pretty nice for him. So that's very specific for his talent. So he gets Heavy Ammo. Penetrating round knocks back further. It deals 50% additional damage to structures. So again, Raynor being a anti-structure kind of character.
You get me out of here,
which can help. I mean, if you put enough pressure on the enemy base,
Just think about that.
Raynor can push in and start doing not only damage to it, so his heavy ammo hits the tower, does damage to it, and if you do the talents right, you can also destroy the ammo. So you're doing more damage against the structure, taking its ammo out. I don't know if you would double those up, because once you take the ammo out on a structure, it's pretty much defenseless anyway. So you'd probably want to pick one or the other. We have Revolution Overdrive, 10% more movement speed when casting Inspire, plus 5% additional move speed for each ally hero initially inspired. That's pretty nice, a lot of movement speed there. Fight or Flight, Adrenaline Rush cleanses all movement impairing effects and makes Raynor unstoppable for 2 seconds, so that means he gets cleansed and cannot be re-CC'd for a couple of seconds. So that makes him quite nice to get in and out. That's pretty handy, actually, especially since Adrenaline Rush is used when you get like 35% health or below. And then we have Searing Attacks, basic attacks, so that's the same thing as a Demon Hunter right there. So a lot of these are very basic. Spell Shield, Giant Killer, Executioner, Fury of the Storm, Bolt of the Storm. So we can see that the final talents are all the same except for here. We have Cluster Round, which is kind of like the multi-shot grenades for the Demon Hunter. You have one ability that's going to modify your other abilities in a major way. Well, he has 2 actually because he has heavy ammo. But let's see what's locked for him, shall we? Art of War. Nearby enemies have their attack and move speed lowered by 10%. So Inspire not only buffs allies, but debuffs enemies. Activated Rush. Raynor can cast Adrenaline Rush at any time. Doing so reduces the cooldown by 15 seconds. So if you don't wait for it, you can use it whenever you want, and it has a shorter cooldown period. That's kind of nice, and so you can use that as a cell. Like you combine, again, talk about combining these talents. You can combine that with Fight or Flight. So if you get slowed, pop that, you get your health back, and you can't be CC'd again. So I'm seeing some very specialized builds that you can make for these characters if that's the way you want to go. Bullseye. The first enemy hit with Penetrating Round is stunned for 1 second. Berserk. Activate to increase your attack speed by 50% and movement speed by 10%. So that's above and beyond your Inspire. So you can Inspire Berserk and start moving and attacking really quickly. And it looks like, just like Demon Hunter, both of his ultimates can be modified in some way. The Hyperion can become Battle Hyperion. Hyperion will now hit up to 2 targets every volley. And every 6 seconds, the Hyperion will fire its Yamato cannon at enemy structures. So, again, anti-structure. He summons the Yamato, or summons the Hyperion. It will do a lot more damage, and it will start targeting structures immediately. Hell's Angels, as far as the Raynor's Raiders go, Banshees remain cloaked while attacking and fire 1 more missile each volley. So they're stay cloaked, so they're not easy to hit, I would imagine. I haven't been able to play to see if they are targetable. So there you go. It looks like each character is going to have some modification to their ultimates. I'm going to kind of confirm that here real quick. I'm just going to pick someone. Let's pick Tyrael.
Hail, mortal.
Judgment and Sanctification gets Angel of Justice, increases range of judgment and duration of Sanctification. So yes. And it looks like not everybody's going to get the same final talents, though. We have Resurgence of the Storm. Upon dying, revive back at your altar. Cannot occur once than every 120 seconds. And Fury of the Storm, basic attacks bounce twice. So he's got Fury of the Storm still, but he doesn't have the teleport. So it looks like based on what type of character you are, warrior, assassin, will dictate what you get. But you get 2 very specific, generic, ultimate tier passives at level 20. And then when you get to level 8 and unlock the hero talents, you will get the ability to modify your ultimate. So you have to decide, do you want this ability that anybody can have, which can be useful. I mean, teleporting anywhere can be useful. In the case of Tyrael there, we saw he gets a resurrection every 2 minutes. That can be exceptionally useful. But if you don't really need that, you can modify one of your ultimates to make it even stronger. So there are some really nice things I'm seeing here. Obviously, I can't go through all the characters. I don't know them all. I don't know what they all can do. But just from the 2 I've looked at here so far, they look pretty impressive. So, yeah, I'm glad to see that. So once again, this is Heroes of the Storm. First practice match. And I'll be moving on to a cooperative match here soon, I do believe. A little bit of discussion as well about the mechanics once again. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure.